All right, so here is a kind of a weird episode of Our Road to Camelot. We'll kind of get into things right after this. Well, sometimes when you're retired, as we've talked about, your time becomes very precious because you're stretched to the limit. Right now, it's like we've got so many things going on right now here at Sunflower. We're in the middle of a Broadway musical production, and we've been having rehearsals like crazy. We have Tech Week starting next week. The show is literally a week away. When you see this, will be our first show for the Broadway musical. I'm involved in a group. We're going to be playing tomorrow. We have a jazz combo. You've probably seen some of that in the past. We're going to be playing tomorrow. I'm doing the pub trivia still. I've got some repairs I'm getting organized to do. So once this is all over, I have time to start working. We're going to be getting that done. So it's really a lot of just... You're busy. You're busy. I mean, work life is beginning to look easier. I know as a kid we thought, oh, life is so hard as a kid. You're going to school and then you start working. Oh, life is so hard because you're working. I wish I was back in school. No, I don't wish I was back working. But to be perfectly honest, I don't think I worked as hard then as I do now. So that's pretty crazy. I am going to cover one thing though. This is going to be like Tool Time Part 2. Is what happened is it was pointed out to me from my son that I forgot to mention a few things that I actually have, and he said, well, Dad, you don't have this? So I'm going to basically pull that out right now, and we're going to talk about those things. So I'm going to grab it now. Well, I've laid it all out. There are all sorts of types of tape out here. I have this roof sealant, very similar to a Turnabon battery terminal protector kit. Mainly use that for our golf cart, but that would also be good for the truck. This is a battery puller. I just recently replaced all 6 batteries in the golf cart. I know you're not going to be driving around with a golf cart. This is actually a really cool device. This allows you to measure distances via a laser. So you can kind of stand in one area, aim it at something, and know exactly how far away something is. I have a whole variety of zip ties. Every time I've done a project, I have leftover screws. I've got all that in this container here. A couple of other sets of screws in there. More tape, duct tape, and WD-40. Yes, if it moves and not supposed to. Duct tape, and if it doesn't move and it's supposed to, WD-40. Got some Gorilla Glue on hand. More different types of tape, from duct tape to Gorilla Tape, the charger for my drill. Sometimes you just need string to tie something up, and sometimes you need something more than string. So we carry a big roll of paracord. I got my multimeter test meter. That always comes in handy. More Gorilla Tape. See a theme here with tape? Yeah, we got a lot of tape. You never know what needs to get taped up, and it's just always good to have on hand. So those are kind of the things I forgot to mention before. I do have some other stuff on the other side where I've got all the different slide lubricants for both slides and window slides. I'm not going to pull those out, but yeah, you should have on hand whatever lubricant you need to be able to properly maintain your RV slides. And yes, we go overboard on some of the stuff that we carry, but sometimes it's better to be over prepared than not prepared enough. We've been getting some really good comments on that last episode. Thank you everyone who's made comments so far. Yeah, sometimes you just don't have the space. I totally get that. We didn't start out in a big rig. We started out in a little tent trailer, towing it with a little 4-cylinder truck. No space for anything. But then again, we were not living full time. So this mainly is for those people who are living full time is what we're talking about. If you're a weekend warrior and you take the thing out for summer vacation and a couple of weekends here and there, you don't need all this stuff. Keep it at home and do your major repairs when you get back home. You're probably not going to be traveling that far. But if you are living full time, you gotta have handy stuff on hand. So that's going to be it. So yeah, it's a very short video. I've got rehearsals all week long, and on top of that, it is Dawn's birthday weekend, so we're going to be doing stuff for her birthday. And that's where we're at this week. So we do have some fun stuff coming up next week. It's supposed to be in the mail. So if it shows up, we'll share with you our new addition that we're going to be adding on to what we do for our travels. So okay, until next time, safe travels. Don't forget to hit that subscription button, hit the bell, let you know when we post every Sunday at 2. Thumbs up for good measure, and we will see you on the road.